chosen one. You saved your soulmate without knowing. God's bringing them to you now. My child, listen closely, because this is not a small thing I am revealing to you. You saved your soulmate without even realizing what you were doing. And if you miss what I am about to unfold, you may overlook a miracle that is already moving toward your life. This is about divine timing, hidden protection, and a love that has been guarded by my hand. The reason you must stay until the end is because I am aligning something precious, and understanding it will prepare your heart to receive it fully. Comment, Amen. You saved your soulmate without knowing, because at a moment when bitterness could have taken root in you, you chose mercy instead. When you were hurt, you refused to become cruel. When you were abandoned, you did not curse love itself. Your obedience to my voice, even in weakness, protected a future union that I designed long before you were born. There was a day when your actions shifted a path you could not see. You prayed for someone you had never met. You forgave someone who did not deserve it. You walked away from a connection that looked good on the surface, but would have destroyed the one I had chosen for you. In that obedience, you saved your soulmate from heartbreak, chaos, and spiritual damage that would have delayed both of you for years. You think love is random, but I do not move randomly. I guard destinies. I redirect footsteps. I close doors that seem perfect because they hide silent storms. What you thought was loss was actually protection for two hearts that were meant to meet whole, not broken beyond repair. Within you, there has always been a longing that felt deeper than ordinary desire. That longing was not weakness, it was alignment. I placed it there as a sign that your spirit recognizes what is prepared for you. The loneliness you felt was not punishment, it was refinement. Before I continue, if you feel this stirring in your spirit, I ask you to like the video, because what I am revealing is a blessing that can awaken hope in someone who is close to giving up. You are not waiting because I forgot you. You are waiting because timing matters. Your soulmate had to grow, you had to mature. Certain chains had to fall off both of you, certain wounds had to heal. Had you met earlier, you would have loved each other through insecurity instead of strength. You saved them through your faithfulness. When you resisted temptation, you protected your future home. When you honored me in private, you strengthened a bond you could not see. When you chose purity in thought and action, you preserved trust that will exist between you without constant fear. There were nights you cried because relationships failed. You asked why I allowed disappointment to repeat. What you did not see was that each ending was moving you closer to the one who carries your peace. Each heartbreak was a filter. Each delay was a shield. Your soulmate also faced trials. They made mistakes. They felt lost. But even in their confusion, my hand stayed on them because of the covenant I already wrote over both of you. Your prayers created covering over someone whose name you did not know. Comment 1212. I am bringing them to you now because the season has shifted. What was once preparation is becoming manifestation. You will notice small signs first. A new circle of people, a sudden change in schedule, a conversation that feels different from all others. Do not rush this. When I move with precision. You will recognize them not by outward perfection but by inner peace. There will be familiarity without history. There will be calm without effort. You will not feel the need to perform or prove yourself. You saved them from entering a toxic union because you broke a generational pattern in your own life. The moment you chose healing instead of repeating old cycles, you shifted the spiritual climate of your future marriage. That decision echoed beyond your understanding. There is a reason you feel more stable now than you did years ago. I strengthened you quietly. I taught you patience when you wanted speed. I taught you self-worth when you were tempted to settle. I taught you discernment when charm tried to deceive you. This union will not be built on desperation. It will be built on purpose. Both of you have assignments beyond romance. Together, you will encourage others, support dreams, and create a home where my presence rests comfortably. I know there were moments when you doubted if you were lovable. You compared yourself to others. You thought perhaps you missed your chance. But I do not misplace destiny. What I promise, I guard. The one I am bringing will see you clearly. They will not be confused about your value. They will not treat you as temporary. They will recognize that your spirit feels like home because I designed it that way. Do not be afraid of vulnerability. The walls you built were necessary for survival, but they are not needed in this new season. I am teaching you how to love without fear, because the love I send will not come to harm you. Trust that I am orchestrating meetings and timing. Trust that what felt like silence was preparation. Trust that what seemed delayed was actually being perfected. What if a tiny 7-second brain ritual could erase your debt and open the door to real abundance? A leaked CIA document has revealed a simple 7-second method, now helping everyday people get out of debt and draw in wealth. Tested by 4 leading neuroscience labs, this easy home practice is turning money problems into better lifestyles. People are getting new homes, cars, and travel experiences. But this information could be removed at any moment. Click the link in the description and comments before it disappears. What I am doing now is deeper than a simple meeting between 2 people. I am restoring what life tried to distort in both of you. You have both walked through seasons that shaped your character, but those seasons were never meant to define your future. I allowed growth, but I did not assign you to permanent loneliness. I am closing the chapter of isolation and opening the door to divine companionship. Your soulmate has felt the same quiet longing you carry. They have prayed for clarity without knowing your face. They have asked me to remove anything that would block the right connection. In ways you cannot see, I have been answering both of you at the same time. You must understand that when you chose to grow, instead of staying bitter, you altered the spiritual atmosphere around your destiny. There were moments when you could have hardened your heart and declared that love was not worth the risk. Instead, you kept your heart open to me. That openness is what allowed me to keep shaping your future union without resistance. This connection will not feel forced, it will feel steady. You will notice that conversations flow without manipulation or confusion. The peace you feel will be my confirmation that this is not a distraction but alignment. Comment 333. I am not bringing them into your life to fill emptiness. I am bringing them because you are already whole. The wholeness you developed in your waiting season is what makes this union strong. 2 broken people can cling to each other out of fear, but 2 healed people can build out of strength. There were times you questioned why certain relationships ended abruptly. You replayed conversations in your mind, wondering what you could have done differently. What you did not see was that I was shielding your soulmate from entering your life while you were still entangled in the wrong bond. I was protecting both of you from unnecessary damage. Your obedience has never been wasted. Every time you resisted settling, every time you walked away from someone who did not respect your worth, you were guarding the future, I wrote. That discipline may have felt lonely, but it was powerful. You were not just preserving your own heart, you were safeguarding a covenant that had not yet been revealed. The one I am bringing will recognize your strength. They will admire your growth rather than feel threatened by it. They will not compete with your calling. Instead, they will support and encourage what I have placed inside you. There is something sacred about the timing of this meeting. If it had happened earlier, you would have loved each other through insecurity. Now you will love each other through understanding. You have learned patience, and they have learned humility. Do not let fear whisper that this is too good to be true. Fear often rises right before fulfillment. The enemy would prefer you sabotage what I am sending by doubting it before it even arrives. Stand firm in trust. When you meet, you may not realize immediately that this is the one you once unknowingly protected. It may begin as a simple conversation, a shared laugh, or a moment of unexpected comfort. But as time unfolds, you will sense that this connection carries weight and purpose. You will feel that it was guided. I want you to prepare your heart with gratitude instead of anxiety. Gratitude invites peace. Anxiety invites confusion. The way you think about this coming season will shape how you receive it. Comment 777. I am also aligning practical details behind the scenes. Places, schedules, opportunities, and introductions are being adjusted so that your paths cross naturally. What looks ordinary on the surface will actually be divinely arranged. Do not underestimate small moments. Your soulmate has grown through their own trials. They have faced disappointment and learned lessons that softened their spirit. Those lessons were necessary so that when they meet you, they will not take you for granted. I am healing the last fragments of doubt within you. There are still small fears hidden in your thoughts that say you might not be enough. I am gently removing those lies. You are more than enough because I formed you intentionally. This union will not be perfect in the way the world defines perfection. It will be real. It will be built on honesty, forgiveness, and shared faith. It will reflect my presence because I am at the center of it. You may wonder why the process felt so long. Time was not punishment. Time was preparation. I was teaching you how to stand alone so that you would never cling out of desperation. Your soulmate was also being taught independence. I do not join two lives to create dependency. I join two lives to create partnership. That difference matters more than you realize. As this season unfolds, remain grounded in prayer. Keep your spirit sensitive to my guidance. Do not rush ahead of my pace, and do not drag your feet in fear. The love I am bringing will feel safe. It will not demand that you shrink or hide your dreams. It will celebrate the calling I placed on you. Together, you will strengthen each other's faith. Remember that you are chosen not only for love, but for purpose. This relationship is part of a larger design. Through it, I will demonstrate restoration and faithfulness. As this new season draws nearer, I want you to recognize how much you have changed. You are not the same person who once begged for crumbs of affection. You are not the same soul who confused intensity with destiny. I have reshaped your understanding of love so that when the real thing stands before you, you will not mistake it for something temporary. Could a CIA-revealed brain ritual be the quickest path to a life of luxury? Newly uncovered CIA research has exposed a powerful brainwave method that is helping ordinary people attract wealth almost immediately. This 7-second at-home ritual, verified by 4 neuroscience labs, is shifting people from debt to dream houses, cars, and trips. If you are seeing this, you are fortunate because this page might be taken down soon. Click the link in the description and comments to learn the secret before it is gone. There was a hidden exchange taking place during your waiting. While you were surrendering your expectations to me, I was strengthening your soulmate's character. While you were healing from disappointment, I was removing influences from their life that would have harmed your future together. Neither of you saw the full picture, yet my hand was steady over both paths. You saved your soulmate not only by what you did, but by what you refused to do. You refused to chase what I told you to release. You refused to settle in relationships that felt draining instead of life-giving. That obedience created a ripple effect that reached further than your own experience. When you walked away from what looked convenient, you prevented a chain of consequences that would have delayed both of you. Had you tied yourself to the wrong person, your soulmate would have encountered you at the wrong time, carrying wounds you were never meant to receive. I shielded them through your restraint. Comment 1111. I know there were nights when you felt invisible. You questioned whether anyone truly saw the depth of your heart. But I saw every tear, every silent prayer, every moment you chose faith over frustration. Nothing about your waiting has been wasted. The one I am bringing carries a sensitivity that will recognize your quiet strength. They will notice the details others overlooked. They will sense the care you extend to people around you. They will not see you as ordinary, because they have been shaped to value what is genuine. I am aligning not just emotions, but assignments. Together, you will walk through seasons that require unity. There will be moments when one of you feels weak and the other stands firm. There will be victories that feel sweeter because you experience them side by side. Do not fear vulnerability when the time comes. You have learned how to guard your heart, but now I am teaching you how to open it wisely. There is a difference between being careless and being courageous. I am calling you to courage. Your soulmate has also been prepared to handle your past with compassion. They will not judge the scars you carry. They will not use your history against you. Instead, they will honor the growth that came from your trials. There will be confirmation beyond emotion. I will speak through peace, through wise counsel, and through consistency. This connection will not rely on grand gestures alone. It will be sustained by steady faithfulness. Comment 555. Understand that the enemy would like to distract you right before this alignment. Old patterns may try to resurface. Familiar faces may reappear with empty promises. These are tests of discernment, not signs of delay. Stand firm in the maturity you have gained. Do not revisit doors I already closed. The past is not your portion anymore. The future I prepared requires clarity. Your soulmate has reached a place of readiness that matches your own. They are no longer driven by confusion. They have confronted their fears. They have learned from their mistakes. When you finally recognize each other, it will feel like two journeys converging at the perfect intersection. There will be gratitude in both of you, not just excitement. You will both understand that this did not happen by accident. I am not only bringing you together for romance, I am bringing you together for impact. Your union will reflect stability in a world that often glorifies chaos. People around you will see the evidence of my guidance. There will be moments when you both remember how close you came to choosing differently. That awareness will create humility. You will appreciate each other because you know what it took to arrive here. Let go of any lingering doubt that whispers you are late. You are not late. My timing is not rushed or delayed. It is precise. Continue nurturing your relationship with me as this unfolds. Do not allow the gift of companionship to replace the giver. When I remain at the center, love flourishes instead of fading. I am healing the final layers of insecurity within you. You are not too much. You are not too complicated. You are not too broken. You are chosen. The love approaching you will not demand that you change your essence. It will encourage you to become even more aligned with who I created you to be. Growth will happen naturally, not through pressure. As you prepare to receive this blessing, cultivate patience and joy. Anticipation rooted in trust is powerful. It keeps your heart open without forcing outcomes. You once believed that love would fix everything that hurt inside you. That belief made you vulnerable to illusions. I had to teach you that healing comes from me first, not from another human heart. Only after you understood that truth could I trust you with what I promised. Your soulmate went through a similar awakening. They once looked for validation in places that could not sustain them. They once mistook attention for affection. But I allowed them to face disappointment so they would learn discernment. While you were praying for clarity, they were praying for direction. While you were asking me to remove confusion, they were asking me to remove distractions. Your prayers met in the spirit long before your eyes will meet in the natural. I want you to reflect on the ways you matured. You learned to listen to my whisper instead of the noise around you. You learned to pause before reacting. You learned that walking away can sometimes be an act of faith. Comment 999. Those lessons were not random. They were shaping the kind of partner you would become. The person I am bringing does not need perfection. They need authenticity. They need someone who understands grace because they have experienced it. There will be a moment when you feel an inner confirmation that this is different. It will not be overwhelming in a chaotic way. It will be steady and grounding. That steadiness will be my fingerprint. Do not expect this connection to mirror your past experiences. If you measure it by old standards, you may misjudge it. The depth of this love will be quiet but strong. It will grow roots before it shows branches. Is it actually possible for a 7-second ritual to turn financial hardship into sudden prosperity? A leaked CIA-backed study introduces a short money ritual that is already changing lives. Approved by 4 neuroscience labs, it retrains your mind to pull money toward you. People who were once struggling are now living their ideal lives with luxury homes, new vehicles, and travel. But this information may not stay online. Click the description and comments now before it is permanently removed. I have seen how you doubted yourself at times. You wondered if you were too cautious now. You feared that protecting your heart made you cold. But wisdom is not coldness, it is clarity. Your soulmate has also been taught patience. They will not rush you into vulnerability before you are ready. They will respect your boundaries because they have learned the value of trust. There were crossroads in both your lives where one wrong decision could have altered everything. Yet, even in moments of weakness, my mercy intervened. I redirected conversations. I shifted opportunities. I prevented attachments that would have led you away from each other. You may never know all the times I protected this union before it existed in your awareness. But one day, you will sense the depth of my orchestration and feel humbled by it. Comment 222. I am calling you now to prepare emotionally, not by chasing outcomes, but by strengthening your foundation. Keep nurturing your peace. Keep guarding your integrity. The version of you that meets your soulmate must be aligned with who I have shaped you to be. Do not let impatience create anxiety. Impatience whispers that something is missing. Faith declares that something is forming. Choose faith. Your soulmate will not arrive as a fantasy. They will arrive as a real person with a real story. They will have strengths and flaws. But the difference is that both of you will be willing to grow together instead of running from discomfort. This love will not demand that you shrink your dreams. It will expand them. Together you will discover new possibilities because unity multiplies vision. There is also a spiritual dimension to this union that you must not overlook. When two people who have been refined by surrender come together, they create a covering that protects future generations. Your obedience today impacts tomorrow in ways you cannot yet measure. I have been patient with you because what I am building through you carries weight. Rushed foundations crack, strengthened foundations endure. You once feared that you had missed your chance. You watched others move forward while you felt paused. But what looked like delay was actually alignment. I was ensuring that when you step into this new chapter, you do so without regret. When you finally see how close this blessing has been, you will understand that I was never distant. I was deliberate. Continue to trust me with the details. Do not obsess over how or when. Focus on becoming the person who can steward what I send. Your story is not ordinary. The fact that you saved your soulmate without knowing reveals how interconnected destinies are under my design. Your small acts of obedience had eternal impact. I am proud of the growth you have shown. I am pleased with the humility you developed. I am honored by the way you kept believing, even when evidence was scarce. The season ahead will require openness. It will require you to release old narratives that say, love always ends in pain. I am rewriting that narrative for you. Stand in confidence, not arrogance but assurance. You are not hoping for scraps. You are receiving what was written over you from the beginning. I want you to understand something deeply. The love I am bringing is not based on emotion alone. It is anchored in purpose. Emotion can shift, but purpose sustains. Your soulmate has walked through lessons that shaped their patience. They once rushed into attachments without discernment. They once mistook excitement for alignment. But I corrected their path, not through punishment, but through experience. While you were learning boundaries, they were learning humility. While you were strengthening your identity, they were confronting insecurities. I was developing balance in both of you, so that when you stand together, neither of you will overpower the other. Comment 1515. There were moments when loneliness pressed heavily on your chest. You felt the silence of your room and wondered why companionship seemed distant. Yet, even in those quiet hours, I was nearer than you realized. I was building emotional endurance inside you. You saved your soulmate in ways that went beyond visible action. When you chose not to respond to temptation, you shifted the direction of your life. When you declined relationships that looked appealing but felt wrong in your spirit, you protected a future that had not yet arrived. If you had ignored my voice, your path would have intertwined with someone who could not carry your destiny. That entanglement would have delayed your true union. But because you listened, even when it hurt, I preserved both of you. This next season will reveal the fruit of that obedience. You will begin to notice a sense of anticipation that feels peaceful instead of anxious. That is my spirit preparing you. Your soulmate is not unaware of growth. They have faced their own moments of correction. They have recognized where pride once stood and replaced it with sincerity. They have let go of patterns that once sabotaged their relationships. When your lives intersect, you will not meet as two unfinished versions of yourselves. You will meet as two people who have chosen growth over comfort. Comment 1010. I also want you to release comparison. Watching others marry or settle down may have stirred doubt in you. You questioned if you were behind. But destiny is not a race, it is a design. Some unions were allowed quickly because their purpose was simple. Yours required depth. Depth takes time. Do not measure your story by someone else's timeline. The weight of what I am building through you demanded careful preparation. Rushing it would have weakened the foundation. There is something sacred about knowing you did not compromise to arrive here. You did not silence your convictions to keep someone interested. You did not trade your values for temporary comfort. Have you heard about the secret ritual the government does not want people to know? Imagine if just 7 seconds could clear your debts and bring wealth effortlessly. A leaked CIA report and 4 top neuroscience labs confirm this is real. Families who were struggling are now moving into dream homes with peace of mind, but this secret could be taken down at any time. Click the link in the description and comments before it vanishes. That strength will be recognized. Your soulmate will admire the integrity you carry. They will not feel threatened by it. They will feel secure because they value it too. As you move closer to this meeting, I need you to guard your thoughts. Doubt can whisper that you imagined this promise. Fear can suggest that nothing is changing. But trust is stronger than fear. I am orchestrating details beyond your vision. Conversations are being arranged. Circumstances are shifting. Hearts are being softened. When you sense a new energy entering your life, do not retreat in suspicion. Test it with prayer, yes, but do not close yourself before clarity comes. I have not taught you wisdom so that you would hide from blessing. Your soulmate will recognize your faith. They will see that your relationship with me shaped your character. That recognition will create respect. Together, you will create an atmosphere of encouragement. You will remind each other of purpose when one feels weary. You will celebrate victories with gratitude rather than pride. I also want you to know that challenges will still exist. Love does not erase difficulty, but difficulty will not divide you because you both have learned surrender. When conflict arises, you will choose understanding over ego. When misunderstandings appear, you will seek truth instead of accusation. That maturity is part of the preparation I completed in you. You once feared vulnerability because past experiences left scars, but I am replacing fear with discernment. Vulnerability, guided by wisdom, leads to intimacy, not harm. There will be a moment when you look back and realize how precisely I aligned everything.